I made the decision many years ago to take a CPR class. I've never let my CPR license lapse. It has always been taken through the Red Cross. I am required now to take the CPR classes every 2 years because I've been a motorcycle rider coach for the state of Ohio. On a return trip from Dayton, Tennessee, I was traveling with a couple colleagues of mine. We were in the car headed back north towards Ohio. We were traveling up Route 27, which is a very, very rural 4-lane highway divided by a very large grass median. I was in the passenger seat. I saw a car in the opposing lane in the air. I watched a very violent crash happen. It came to a stop in the center of the grass median. I asked my colleague who was driving to pull over. I had another colleague call 911. At the moment we stopped, fire engulfed the engine compartment. I went to the side of the vehicle, attempted to open the door to get the person out. Unsuccessful, ran around the other side to see whether I could get in. Unsuccessful there, went back to the driver's side, closest to him. Was finally successful at unlodging the door. It unlatched, but the sheet metal held it in place because it was crumpled. Somehow I managed to get this big guy out of the car. There was no pulse and there was no respiration. It was a very biologically dirty situation. A large portion of the back of his head was missing. I had my little keychain saran wrap pocket mask with me. I started administering CPR, both compressions and rescue breaths. There was no signs of life. His eyes were wide open. His pupils were 100% dilated. I continued doing what I was doing for what seemed like an eternity, probably 15 minutes. And then the state arrived. A person identifying themselves as a nurse arrived and took over the compressions. Finally, the EMTs arrived. They said they would take over from there. Quite clearly did not think that there was any life left in this person because one paramedic looked at the other and just gave the no-go sign. They put him on a gurney, put him into the back of the EMT vehicle. They were there working on him for a little bit and then they left. I was as contaminated as you could possibly get, including in my mouth. My mind is racing like, what type of communicable diseases did I now have floating around in me? An off-duty firefighter stopped in his private vehicle with some brand new Clorox kitchen wipes he had just purchased. I used those. We ended up making our way home that same evening. I made a call to that State Highway Patrol lieutenant. He told me they found a very weak pulse in that person. That person was still alive in a Chattanooga hospital. About a month later, I was informed that he was discharged from the hospital. The reason I decided to pull over, I'm 60 years old, I've lived a good life. If I can help someone else, it was my turn to do that.